If you found out your partner was cheating, what would you do? Well, my next guest did something that made international news. An exclusive interview with her next.
The jilted mistress is getting revenge in a very big way. She's launched a very public campaign against the president of one of the world's largest tech firms.
His ex-girlfriend has plastered cities around the country with huge billboards showing them together in happier times.
You might remember my next guest, YaVaughnie. Her story made international news. Take a look.
From New York to San Francisco, one mistress turns a private breakup into public payback.
YaVaughnie Wilkins is the mistress. Charles Phillips, the head of Oracle Corporation, and married. Wilkins apparently had these billboards put up after Phillips reconciled with his wife.
After 8.5 years, I found out that Charles was still married. Because Charles was president of Oracle, it was extremely easy for him to mask his relationship with his wife. He would say to me, I have to go to Europe for 5 days. I have to go to Asia for 4 days. His excuses rolled off his tongue. Because of the red flags, I did hire a private investigator. What I found out was that Charles was still living with his wife. I just felt sick to my stomach. Because I wanted everyone to know that I had a significant relationship with Charles, I put the billboards up to tell everyone that I was this man's partner. I didn't put the billboards up to tell everyone I was a mistress. I loved him, and I thought he loved me.
Now, YaVaughnie says as soon as the billboards went up, her world came crashing down.
When the billboards went up, and the media started attacking me, calling me a whore, they were calling me a homewrecker. It backfired, and I felt ashamed. I felt that I couldn't go outside, I couldn't leave my house. It was so hard just to walk my dogs every day. It's been 2 years since the billboards went up, and I am absolutely concerned that if I meet someone, whether it's a business associate or my next boyfriend, I'm afraid that the first thing they will do is Google me, because it's what people do these days. They Google everyone. And all that was up there was YaVaughnie, Billboard Mistress, YaVaughnie, Charles Phillips' scorned mistress, YaVaughnie, psycho. And I'm none of those things. I'm very smart, I'm very funny, and there's nothing that says that online.
Well, YaVaughnie hasn't spoken to any media in 2 years since everything happened. How is it going for you now?
So for the past 2.5 years, I've moved on. I've started multiple businesses and executive produced a documentary that kind of explains the billboard, what led to the billboard fiasco. And I've written a memoir.
So why talk about it now?
I'm ready to tell my story. I wasn't ready when it initially occurred in January of 2010 because I knew that there was no way I can tell this layered, complicated story in a 30-second interview with the various media outlets that were camping outside of my home and my parents' home.
So why did you put these billboards up?
This was my way to say I was significant. I was not a mistress.
Because you didn't think you were the other woman, and you came to California, you all bought a house together out here?
Yes.
For like $11 million?
Yes.
Tell me about the moment when you decided, I'm going to buy billboards in multiple cities and put this up there in like 20 by 60 foot sign.
I was driving down the highway and I noticed a billboard that his company had put up for their big annual conference in San Francisco. So I just thought, if Oracle can put up a billboard, I'm going to put up a billboard. And then I just let it go and moved on until the Tiger Woods issue happened. And I've been having unprotected sex with this man for 8.5 years, and I realized at that moment that, oh my God, I'm a mistress. I was a mistress. I wasn't his girlfriend. I was a mistress. And it made me feel sick. I'm a very strong woman. I'm a very intuitive woman, and when things don't feel right or smell right, I question it.
All right, we got to take a break. Coming up, YaVaughnie says she believed she was the only woman in her partner's life for over 8 years. We'll be right back.
When the Tiger Woods scandal happened, that's when it hit me that I was mistress. And never in 8.5 years did I ever feel led or made to feel like I was a mistress. I was led to believe that I was his partner, that I was his soulmate.
Well, that was YaVaughnie talking about her shock in realizing that her partner of 8 years had been cheating on her and, in fact, was still married. Now, this is the first time YaVaughnie speaking out about her story. Would you put these billboards up again today?
Absolutely not. I immediately, within hours of the billboards going up in New York City, I felt extremely regretful, mostly because of what it was doing to Charles professionally. I never in a million years thought that anyone would notice the billboards because it's a picture of Charles and a picture of me. I mean, I drive on the highway every day. I'm sure I pass at least 50 billboards. I can't tell you what billboards are up on Highway 101 or the 10.
Okay, you got a guy that's the head of a 70,000 employee company.
Right.
And somebody puts a billboard with a scandalous backstory up in anywhere on the globe, and you didn't think the media was going to think there's a story here.
Well, honestly, he and I were public, so I kind of felt that, I guess because I didn't factor in the 70,000 employees, I figured that they knew that I was his girlfriend, so they would just say, oh, Charles and YaVaughnie, and then they would go to the website, and the website I actually created for his 50th birthday that year, and all it was a website. It's an electronic photo album, so there were photos from each year we were dating. There was nothing salacious about the website. It was extremely benign, and when I first came up with the idea to do the billboards, all of my friends were against it. They just said, why, that's crazy, don't do it. And I said, yeah, you're right. And once the Tiger Woods thing happened, I called Clear Channel and said, what does somebody have to do to put up a billboard? So, I mean, it was not, I didn't give it enough thought. So when you asked, would I do it again? No.
But you're kind of transcending all that, because instead of trying to get smaller in the World Wide Web and everybody's consciousness, you're seeking to get larger with your memoir, your documentary. You just want to get larger with the full story.
I'm not trying to get larger. If no one reads the book, no one watches the documentary, it's okay. What I want is for my nieces and my nephews and the rest of my relatives to continue to look up to me and to continue to admire me and not have in the back of your mind, or back of their minds, how did YaVaughnie not know that this was going on? We know YaVaughnie. She's smarter than that.
All right, we got to take a break. Next, we're going to talk about what you can do if you don't like what people are saying about you on the internet. Is there any hope? Can you clean this stuff up? We're going to meet a man who says, yeah, actually you can. Be right back.